We all know someone who exercises, and we all know someone who eats healthy food. We see them on TV, we read about them, and we are always being told to be like them in some way or another. But what is it really like on a national picture? Studies in 2004 show Australians have the second highest level of people who are overweight, just trailing the United States by a small margin. Approximately 23%, or around 1 million people aged between 14 and 21, are overweight or obese in Australia. Another 4.9 million adults are estimated to be overweight because they developed poor eating and exercising habits when they were young. Studies have shown that poor diet and physical inactivity contribute to the risk of developing various problems in life, such as strokes, heart disease, and depression. The World Health Organization has declared obesity a global epidemic.
Fat, big, ugly, blubber, lazy, fat, ugly, lucky, big, overweight, large, colorectal cancer, unhealthy, physically inactive, harmful, dangerous, excess weight, high blood pressure, high blood cholesterol, heart disease, stroke, depression, diabetes, asthma, chronic social anorexia, injury, death. Okay, no single person is going to suffer from everything just mentioned, but you should be aware that these are some of the potential problems you could face in the future. No, we're not all couch potatoes, stuck in bed 24/7 consuming a chocolate cake, pizza, and a tub of ice cream on an hourly basis. And we're not all gym junkies with perfect bodies and in perfect health. There are categories in between that the majority of Australian youths fit into, but the question is, where do you fit into the equation, and which end would you rather be closer to? By the end of this documentary, you should be able to decide between whether you are doing enough in your life or if you need to start thinking about making a few changes to help sustain it. Okay, let's go to the definitions. Exercise, an activity that requires physical or mental exertion, especially when performed to develop or maintain fitness. Nutrition, the process by which a living organism assimilates food and uses it for growth and replacement of tissues. Whoa! What exactly does that all mean?
Good nutrition is about eating healthy food so that you can grow, so that you have energy, and so that your body can renew itself or repair itself.
Everyone needs to exercise to stay healthy. 30 minutes exercise about 2 or 3 times a week is recommended. If you can do 4 times, then excellent.
And eating to your needs. It's sort of like not overeating and not sort of undereating. And it's also about listening to your appetite and eating when you're hungry and not eating when you're not hungry.
Basically, everyone needs to exercise to increase the cardiovascular. That's their heart, and their blood and their lungs. It gives you a healthy heart, cleans out your arteries. That will keep you healthy and set you up for later on in life.
So there you have it. Not as difficult as it first sounds. You're probably wondering how often you should exercise on a weekly basis.
Yeah, we exercise 4 times a week.
Yeah, for about an hour each session.
Yeah.
Yeah, I exercise about 2 to 3 times a week.
I run about 4 times a week, 10 kilometres a day. If I'm doing weights, maybe 3 times a week.
Exactly what types of exercise can you do?
When I first started, I'd run probably a slow kilometre every day, about 4 times a week. Then, a few months later I could do 2 or 3 kilometres. Then now, which is about 3 years since I started, I can do 10 kilometres at a pretty fast pace. It's easy.
I'd start off slowly, depending where your fitness levels are at. If you're a novice, I'd just start off with some, if you're starting off with some cardio, maybe some walking, some light jogging, and then depending what you want, if you want to go into the weights room and put on some lean muscle mass, then start off with some machines.
I started going to the gym about 4 months ago. You get bored every now and then, and it's a good idea to mix things up. Like sometimes I go boxing, sometimes I go cycling, and always go back to running, then maybe back to the gym. Just mix it up. It's good for you, and it's easier that way, so it doesn't become repetitive and boring.
I do running and kickboxing.
Yeah, aerobics, bike riding.
I do a range of exercises. At the moment I do a bit of swimming, a bit of Pilates work,
And the list goes on and on and on. But what exactly is the point of all this?
I exercise to keep fit.
Yeah, I exercise to stay healthy and keep slim.
It makes me feel better. I can sleep easier. It reduces my stress levels. Yeah, I do it to look good.
I exercise because of the friends I've made through running, and also it's a bit of a consuming passion for me.
It's a great way to reduce stress when you're doing your exams. Like, you go for a run and all of a sudden you feel a bit better, you can get over it.
Take a good look at all these advantages you could be missing out on. Alright, so what type of food should you eat and not eat?
There really aren't any foods to avoid totally. You just tend to eat less of them. Those sort of foods are what we call sometimes food, but I wouldn't eat them every day. I wouldn't encourage people to eat chips or chocolates if it's high in fat or high in salt. I tend to have them once a week. Healthy food's really important to give your body energy so that you feel like you want to go out and exercise. Really important when you get up in the morning to have breakfast, because that kickstarts your metabolism for the day. So anything like toast or cereal, porridge with some milk is great. Again, fruit's really handy, it's very portable, and have something to drink like some water. And good nutrition means eating healthy foods that there are many guidelines for. There's a guide to healthy eating, and there's also a healthy eating pyramid that people might have seen. And basically they just say how much of each food to have each day.
What else could there be that might stop someone from exercising or eating well?
When I was about 16, I used to have a fair bit of excess body fat. I was up around the 90 kilogram mark. Didn't even realise that it wasn't until I actually lost the weight that I looked back and went, wow, I was unhealthy, I was unfit.
Injury has stopped me from exercising.
Schoolwork.
Yeah, probably most definitely homework.
I'd always think people would laugh at me.
Schedule problems and low motivation prevent me from running.
I think what's important for young people with healthy eating is to be aware that their life changes from the age of 16 to 20.
Okay, so there are just a few things that could be holding you back. But how can you overcome this?
Basically, I motivate myself by seeing at the level of fitness that I want to get to.
Yeah, Rosie motivates me.
Yeah, we motivate each other. Like, yeah, come for a run.
I always get my motivation from my results. Like, I look back 3 years ago and go, whoa, I've come a long way. Why not keep going? I guess you could always set yourself goals.
Yeah, I think people should start, living a healthy lifestyle, because it will basically benefit for the rest of their lives. If they start exercising early and get into that routine, it will help them a lot.
Oh, just get out there and have a go.
Yeah, give it a go, give it your best shot. You might find it's fun.
Yeah.
Ring up a friend and get them to help you get started. Don't be scared. I used to be scared, but it's not that bad. No one's going to laugh at you. Just keep thinking, 6 months from now, it's going to be a lot better. And when you get there, another 6 from then, and just keep thinking like that.
It's really important to start developing some healthy eating habits now while you're young, because if you don't do it now, it makes it so much harder when you're older. So if you start the habits now, it might seem difficult at first to change the way you're eating or to change the type of food that you're eating, but the human body is really adaptable, and so is our taste buds, and you can actually change in about 3 weeks.
So there you have it. You have been given this new information. Now it's up to you to ask yourself what you're going to do with it. Talk to your doctor. Talk to your friends. Go see a dietitian. Hire a personal trainer for a week. Find time in between your busy life. I can't tell you exactly what to do, and I can't make you do anything. But what I can tell you is that it's in your hands now. Don't stress about it. But then again, don't ignore it. I hope you can make the right choice.